and I'm ready to start.
Exactly. I'm gonna see. Just gonna check my YouTube when I see a picture.
Right.
All right. I think we are on air. Awesome.
Cool.
So, welcome to this first live webinar from me, Matthias Teppe, and Adrian from Forento. I'm Matthias. I'm a video creator. I do a lot of videos on social media. I'm also part of the community 1 Hour for You, which I represent here mostly in this webinar because 1 Hour for You and Forento have a cooperation. And we're going to make some great stuff together because we both fix problems. We help coaches, freelancers make money in the end. So let's say a word for you, Adrian.
Sure. Yeah, I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to talk about the collaboration that we now have between 1 Hour for You and Forento. So I'm Adrian or Adrian, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Forento. And like Matthias said, we're both very passionate about helping coaches. So what we do at Forento is we've built a software which helps coaches and entrepreneurs and educators sell more coaching sessions and online courses and digital downloads. So basically, Forento is a tool where anyone can create their own digital academy.
That sounds really great, and great to have you here. Great that we can talk about this. And I think me and also the totally community are grateful for this collaboration that we work together. I think that's pretty cool.
Same here.
So today our topic is how to generate leads with freebies, like free products. So what is exactly a freebie? A freebie can be a lot of things. If I need to say it in like one sentence, a freebie is free value that you give away, and mostly in exchange for, let's say, your email address. This is a kind of freebie. You give it away, but of course, you need to reach out to the people, so you need your email address. You can do this in a lot separate way. You can create a free product on an academy like Forento. It's behind like an email webinar, email sign up, so you get the email if somebody sign up. But also, you can on your homepage you can add there your part where you find your download. So there's a lot of ways, a lot of technical ways. You're the expert in the technical part, and I see here Andy. Say hello. Hi, Andy. Andy is the founder of the 1 Hour for You community, and he helped me a lot. But I started out, so cool to have you here. Cool. So how you create then a great freebie that people want and that they want to give you the email address, because everybody knows if you give the email address, they're going to happen something, right? Somebody going to reach out to you. So you need to make sure that the value you're giving away is so great. You say, hey, I'm going to do it. I want this. I need this. I'm going to do it. So I'm really think about that. If it's so good, and how you do that exactly. How do you make something so good that people give you the email address? And I think one way is how I do it. At least I have a process. I sell my coaching is in the end implementation about video creation, how to make videos. This is like my product. So I break it down in a lot of steps, or not a lot, but in my case, I think I have 4. The first step is how I get ideas, because if you don't have ideas, you don't can make videos, right? So this is like the first step. The second step is how I turn these ideas into a script. And the third is how I record it. And the fourth is, 4 fingers. The fourth is how I edit this recorded video. So I give away totally for free the first steps, the idea. This is my freebie. I have like a 20-page download how you find ideas. So a lot of free ideas, a lot of templates that you can use, but also kind of a way how you always gonna come up with ideas, never run out of it. And this I give away for free. I have it in my Instagram bio. I have it in my LinkedIn profile. You also can find it on YouTube. You find it everywhere. People download it, they sign up to my academy, I have the email, they have the product, they're happy, I'm happy. I think that makes a great freebie. Everybody's happy in the end.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Freebie is all about that, right? Giving away free value to someone so that they will, in return, share their contact info so that you can then sell them on your coaching offer or your larger offer in general. So,
Indeed.
what do you do when you're done creating your freebie? Well, that's where Forento comes into play. So, like Matthias said, a freebie can be almost anything. It could be a PDF download, it can be a series of videos like a course, or it could be any other type of training or digital product or info product, even where you share a piece of the value that you're delivering to people through your coaching. So, let's say that you created a short video course that you now want to share with people for free in return of their email address. Truth is that you could just go and upload this to YouTube and then people could watch it for free, and that's giving away your value. But that
Indeed.
only covers half of the steps, right? For a freebie to work, you need 2 steps. You need to share the freebie with them, but it also needs to be a trade. You need to trade the freebie for their contact info. And that's where Forento comes into play. So, like I mentioned before, Forento is a platform where anyone can create their own digital academy. You can think of it like Shopify, where you create your own web store, but rather than selling physical goods, you're going to sell digital products like ebooks and coaching programs and online courses. So, many people on Forento, they sell these types of master classes, and many of them, they use freebies as part of it. So when you're done creating your freebie, let's say for the sake of this webinar and this example that you created a PDF. Once you're done creating your PDF, you could just go ahead and upload it to LinkedIn, but then you miss the important step of collecting someone's email when sharing it with them. So then you could use something like Forento. You could go ahead and quickly just upload your digital download, the PDF. You can set a quick title for it, upload a thumbnail that you can easily generate from ChatGPT or maybe Canva, and set a short description. And then you're basically ready to start sharing this downloadable with people. You could also go ahead and add some branding like your logo type and custom colors and maybe even connect a custom domain. But once you've done that, you're ready to start sharing this link with people, and people will be able to download this PDF in return for sharing their contact information as they sign up for it. So once you started sharing this with people, like Matthias said, he has this in his bio on multiple social media and is also promoting it through videos that he's doing. So whenever you're ready to start marketing it and you've seen people now sign up for it, you're now going to see their email addresses directly in Forento. They're going to show up under the users page, and you can now start marketing to them and selling your actual coaching offer to them. And the most straightforward way might be to open the users page in Forento, and there you have a collection of all the email addresses. You could just go ahead and copy them and start sending it to people. But Forento also has a few features that would allow you to do it more easily and effectively. So for example, with Forento, you can make it so whenever someone signs up to access your freebie, you automatically send them an email. In this email, you could direct them to whatever call to action that you might have, whether that be that they should reach out to you on WhatsApp, or maybe you have an open calendar link where they can book a free 30-minute slot with you. Perhaps you're even driving them directly to your coaching offer and you're sending them a link to pay. It all depends on what your call to action is and how you're currently selling your coaching. But Forento allows you to send an email directly to them as they sign up to access it. You're also able to collect phone numbers as part of this. So in addition to the email address that you collect, you can also choose to collect phone numbers. So if you sell a high-ticket coaching offer, you can easily also include phone numbers. And then whenever someone signs up to access your freebie, just lift up the phone and call them, and then you can sell them on your coaching offer. And last but not least, if you're more advanced, if you're someone who already has these marketing tools or email marketing tools, for example, then you could go into Forento, you could export all of the contact information from the people who have now signed up for your freebie, and you could input them into any marketing tool that you have and send email sequences or other automations that you might have. So to reiterate, what I believe you need to do to add more coaching clients as a coach in 2025 is, first of all, create a freebie. Whether this is an online course, a download, or anything that you can think of, create something that will convey real value to your clients, the same type of people that you would sell coaching to. Second of all, find a way for you to trade this freebie, this valuable asset, with them in return for their contact info, whether that be their email address, phone number, or both. And then last but not least, the third step would be finding a way to now sell your coaching to these people that have taken step 2. So if you do those 3 steps, I'm sure you're going to be able to add a lot more coaching clients to your coaching business in 2025. And Forento is a perfect place to host this valuable asset once you're ready to get started.
Indeed. And if you want to learn more about this cooperation we have, just reach out to one from us, or you're going to find the links here down from this video to link to Forento, to your webpage if you want to read more about Forento. But also I'm going to link here, I think it's already linked, the school page where you can find out more about the school community, where this 1 hour for you is taking place, where you can reach out to all the people. We have like 50 professionals in every area. For example, I help people there with video, but Andy, for example, is a stress coach. So if you have stress, you can go to him. And we have a lot of professionals. You can reach out to everyone. And also, if you need help to create a course or something, feel free to reach out to, for example, me in this case.
Right. Yeah, like Matthias said, there's a lot of really good value to be found in 1 hour for you. And now, in addition, every member of 1 hour for you also gets a generous discount for Forento. So should you want to create an online course to sell more of your knowledge in addition to your coaching, or create a freebie like we talked about in this case, then there's a generous discount for you if you're part of 1 hour for you, that is. So if you're not already a part of 1 hour for you, then reach out to Matthias or Andy in that case and ask them about it. And I'm sure they're going to be happy to share more about creating freebies or joining Forento or simply just joining 1 hour for you in general.
Exactly. We are ready to answer all the questions you may have. And when we talk about questions, I think the community have some questions for us, right?
Right. Yeah. I know that we prepared and asked the community in 1 hour for you a few questions. So we're going to answer those. Before that, though, I actually have a question from my end that I just got here as well. You mentioned that you have your own freebie where you give ideas or you share how to generate video ideas for content creation. Yep. Could you tell me more about what you're creating? What's your academy and what's your digital products like? And how are you utilizing Forento?
Sure. Well, my academy is mainly about video creation, but not only like I want to be a creator, it's more targeted to freelancers, to coaches who want to be visible, because if you're not visible, you can have the best coaching in the world, nobody gonna see it, right? And only if you're seen, people gonna book you. So I help people get visible with videos, get seen. And I think the cool thing about video is nothing generates more trust than see this person and hear this person speaking. So this is why a video come in play. My academy is full of that. I have, like, for example, a course about how to create talking head videos, like this typical kind of TikTok videos where somebody is talking to the camera. But I also working on more courses. For example, I have one course about how to create courses with Forento, for example. And we're not going to come, and like my freebie is, like you said, is this download with unlimited content ideas. If you struggle, if you're saying, hey, where am I going to find ideas? I want to start, but I don't know what to talk about. Then I have my freebie. You can download it. It's like you said, it's in all my bios on all social media. And then I have the email address. I'm going to reach out to the people and say, hey, I see that you get this idea sheet. Did this help you? I just go on a normal conversation, say, hey, if they say all is good, then of course. But a lot of people say, hey, yeah, I have the ideas, but how I record now, how I start, how I talk with this camera. So then I come and say, well, I have just something. Let's talk about it. Maybe I can help you. And then I hop on a call, and then, the sales process take place.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly what we're here to talk about, right? The whole idea of creating a freebie, trading it for contact info, and then finding a great way to sell people on your coaching from that. Right. Exactly. So I think you're really utilizing what we're here to talk about and the whole idea that we're pitching right now. So that's really cool.
Thank you. And also, I also see that the community has some questions specific for you. And the first is what more I can do with Forento other than freebies, because we talk a lot about freebies here, but I'm sure, and I know, but it's your turn. So let's say what we can do with Forento.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of things that you can do with Forento. Like I mentioned before, Forento is a place where you can create your own digital academy, and you can use it to share freebies like we talked about today, but you can also use it to sell master classes or sell downloads or even sell your coaching sessions. So Forento is the home of more than 5,000 creators from more than 130 different countries. And what they do is basically use Forento to build the home of their business, to build the base of whatever online business they have. So if you're out there and you want to turn maybe your coaching offer into an online course, a masterclass, then Forento is the place to do that. If you want to sell digital downloads, perhaps you have a lot of resources that you're currently using for your coaching and you want to access, or you want to give access to your clients for those as well, then you can use Forento to do that. So Forento is a great product for anyone who's trying to do online business and needs a place to host all of the resources and their offers, and a place to gather leads as well.
Yeah, that's cool. So in the end, like if I have, or I want to start an online business, online coaching, online courses, ebooks, whatever, I can go to Forento and can run my entire business. I think in the end we said, right?
Right. That's the end goal. Yeah.
That's awesome. And this leads to the next question. Well, what if I want to, but I need help getting set up because, yeah, I'm not so good with technology.
Right. Yeah, I hear you. I think one of the main reasons that we initially built Forento from the early beginning is that the majority of the tools that are available where you can do these types of things, they're very complex. They were built a long time ago and they're very feature bloated. These are products that have been worked on for 10 to 15 years, and they're huge and they're very complex to use. So we take pride in building a very easy to use solution where our goal is that you should be able to build your own academy whether or not you have experience building a web store or website from before. With that said though, of course, there's always help to get. So we have this whole help section where there's step-by-step instructions and video guides walking you through everything from how do I upload my digital download to how do I set a price for it to how do I set up my welcome email. Everything is covered there, and you can go through it yourself in your own pace to learn everything about Forento. But there's also a live chat. So should you get stuck anywhere or have questions, it's not you're not going to have to find an email address somewhere and then message us and get an answer in a few days. But rather, you can just click the chat logo in the bottom right corner and then start a chat with us, and we're going to be happy to help you right away. Also, I know that if you're part of 1 Hour for You and you're trying to get started using Forento, then I'm sure you can talk to Matthias, as he's an expert now in Forento and can easily help you get set up.
Of course, happy to help with that. Remember, that's where we meet, right? Or we met, right, in the chat years ago.
Exactly.
And I just started out, and I was surprised how fast your answers. Okay, I really appreciate have a good support, and for me as a person, it's really important. And so glad that you are so customer focused.
Cool.
The next question is, I think something that a lot of people ask, especially in Germany, does Forento comply with the GDPR regulations? I don't know if you know, but in Germany, the data restrictions are really strict. And I understand this, even though it's sometimes difficult, but I guess there you have some answer for us.
Yeah, of course. I'm right with you. I think GDPR and privacy is really important. And as a European company ourselves, we take pride in always following the active regulations. So I know that many of our competitors and our peers, they are built in other parts of the world where this is not as relevant or not as important to them. So building a business with one of our main competitors could lead to you having an academy that's not GDPR compliant. Although I want to emphasize that Forento is a European company based in Northern Europe, in Sweden. So we take pride in always following the active regulations, not only in Europe, but of course in the entire world. So if anyone wants to learn more about how we handle data or privacy questions, then our privacy policy as well as our terms of service is easily findable on our website in the footer. So you can learn there everything you want to learn about how we handle data. And if you have any questions about it, then there's a live chat where you can easily reach out and someone from our team will get back to you.
Awesome. Well, that's a relief because, like we said, we would always follow the regulations. But it's cool that you are based in Europe. So this problem is fixed. Cool. And we still talk about the German people, the German friends we have here from 1 Hour for You. Some noticed that you can change the customer version, the customer side of the academy in like every language, I guess. But there was a question if we can change it also for the course creator in whatever language they want.
Right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You can have the academy that you're building with Forento exist completely in German. So if you create a freebie or a course, every button, every small section of this platform where everything is hosted will be completely in German and vetted by us. Although, like you said, the creator end, where you would go to Forento, where you would upload the downloadable or upload the course, this is currently just in English. But I know that there's most of the browsers these days, they have a built-in translation feature. So you can easily just use your Chrome browser or any other browser that you're using to directly translate Forento into German or any other language and then use it that way.
Yeah, I always use the Chrome auto translate. It's pretty good. You only click like one button, choose a language, and you're good to go, right? Cool.
Right.
All right. The next question is, can I opt in for different billing providers, such as Copecard, if I prefer to bill through a reseller?
Right. Yeah. Like I said before, Forento is the complete solution. So Forento already has payment providers built in, and those two are Stripe and PayPal. And you can easily use those to sell your course should you not only want a freebie, but perhaps you want to sell something as well. But with that said, you can also use external providers. So if you don't want to use Stripe or PayPal or any of the payment methods that those two can offer, and if you want to use Copecard then, for example, you can set that up as well. Worth mentioning, though, is that Forento is not directly integrated with any other payment providers but Stripe and PayPal. So if you want to use Copecard, there's going to be a little bit more technical setup where you're going to have to manage more of the process of where do people pay, how do they get access to the course, and set up the automation there in between. But yes, it's definitely possible to use other payment providers or methods as well, but it's going to require a little bit more of a setup than simply just connecting to Stripe or PayPal, which is essentially just a few clicks and entering a few details.
Makes sense. I guess with solutions like Zapier, it's gonna be doable, right? Just
Right.
integration, and you're good to go. Okay, cool. Well, then the other question I got is, can I pause my subscription if I have no upcoming plans to promote my freebies or courses and products?
Right. Yeah. If you're on a paid Forento plan, then you can easily cancel this at any time and resubscribe should you not need to use the premium features at any time. So if you for any reason want to cancel and then perhaps resubscribe later, then you're free to do that as easily as signing up. So basically just go to the billing and plans page and there you can cancel or resubscribe or do any other activity for your subscription that you might want to do. With that said, if you're selling freebies only and if you're only looking for a quick way to upload your PDF for a course, you might not even need a paid plan. You might just use the free plan to begin with. But yeah, to answer your question, you can easily cancel and resubscribe for any plan.
Makes sense. But cool that you also have like a solution for everyone who wants to start. Awesome. I think the last question I got is, can I host recorded webinars and make them accessible to users only with a specific link? For example, if you want to put it on a landing page, but your existing academy users and customers don't see it.
Right. Yeah, this is a really interesting question. I think that many creators, they use Forento to host their webinars. So for example, I know right now that this webinar is being sent to YouTube and it's going to be uploaded there. But if it weren't, I would probably just go ahead and download this and upload it to my Forento Academy. And there I could either have people access it for free so that anyone is on my Academy who has an account, i.e. they left their contact information with me, like their email or phone number, they could access this for free. But I could also put it behind a paywall. So I could make it so that people who doesn't pay a membership fee, like a subscription, or you have to pay $10 to access the webinar video, I can do things like this as well. So it's not possible to hide it similar like you would do like with YouTube, but you can easily have people pay to access the video should you not want it to be public for everyone on your academy. So if it's not a freebie, then you can also require people to pay for it, either a subscription fee or pay a one-off individual fee to then access the webinar video.
Make totally sense. But I guess if I would set up a webinar, I would make it like 2 versions, for example, one public for everyone for free, maybe one for my, let's say, members who pay a subscription. So I think this is like a good way to differentiate. You say, okay, one is for everyone to also attract new people, and one is for the people who pay, so to give some more value.
Exactly.
Cool. I think I don't have any more questions. If anyone have any more questions, just put them in the chat. But also, if you have later and you watch the recording later, feel free to reach out to me, to Adrian, to Andy, if you have any questions regarding courses and so on. We're happy to help.
Definitely. Yeah, we're happy to help. You're welcome to reach out in the 1 Hour for You community, or just go to the Forento website and there you have the chat if you want to ask us questions specific to the software or anything like that. We're happy to help right away.
Exactly. Cool. We got some comments. And he say, hey, thank you so much for your support and for giving the 1 Hour for You members the opportunity to benefit from such great conditions. I think the same. It's really cool that we could work out this cooperation between Forento and 1 Hour for You. I think this benefits everyone who is a freelancer, a coach, and have or want to start online business. So cool.
I agree with you. Yeah, I'm really happy to be in collaboration with 1 Hour for You. I think what we're doing is that we both have a shared goal. We both have a shared objective, which is to help coaches and individual entrepreneurs make more money, essentially, but also build more business, right? Feel better, do better, and at the end, get better results. So I'm happy that we're in collaboration, since we're targeting and helping the same types of people with the same types of challenges and objectives.
Indeed. I mean, you're set up for freelancers. We are set up for freelancers to help them. So I think only makes sense that we work together on that. So we have a common goal, like you said. Only makes sense that we go the way together.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And I'm looking forward to doing more of this, more webinars where we talk about how freelancers and coaches can utilize digital products like courses or downloadables, and either as freebies, like we talked about specifically today, or how they can monetize them even. So even if you right now don't have any idea for a freebie, you might turn your coaching into an online course and sell that instead. This could help you reach more clients, perhaps those who don't want to commit to a full coaching call or coaching program, but it could also help you just add another revenue stream on top of what you're doing with your coaching.
Indeed. And the cool thing about courses or general digital product is you make this effort one time, you create one time your course or write down your ebook or download, but then it's like almost pure profit what you get. I mean, you can sleep, you can be in vacation, and people can buy your course, your product, and you make revenue. I think that's pretty awesome. I just see we got a question. Can different freebies be linked to specific tags or automations to create targeted marketing funnels within the platform? That's a great question.
Yeah, definitely. So what we can do within Forento is that you can set up this initial email. So for example, if someone gets a specific freebie, let's say that you have one freebie that's an online course and one freebie that's a download. You can make it so whenever someone gets the course, they get a specific email sent to them where you promote a specific thing or you mention something specific. Whereas why they get the PDF download instead, you're going to send them a different email with a different selling point or with a different call to action. So within Forento, you can set up these individual emails. With that said, though, if you want to do more marketing automations where you perhaps have a long sequence of emails that you want to send to people, then you can easily collect Zapier. Through Zapier, you can connect Forento and your email marketing tool of choice, and you can set up that with automation so you don't have to do anything manually. Like I explained earlier of exporting all the contact information and then importing it to your software. You could have that be automated and have the user tagged based on which freebie they downloaded or which freebie they accessed.
Cool. So you could set up the first specific email for every product, for every course you're selling to promote maybe an upsell or cross-sell. And then after that, you can run the Zapier integration to like your email funnel provider and set up some follow-up sequences. Cool. Makes sense. Also, I see somebody said, "Hallo, wo sein Weg, the perfect imperfect club?" Hi there. Cool to have you here. Yeah, I think that's our webinar, our first webinar was great. I hope everybody who watched it or will watch it have some great value from that. If you have any questions regarding freebies, regarding courses, regarding 1 Hour for You, you can have the links to Forento and 1 Hour for You down of this video. And also feel free to reach out to any of us if you have any questions. Cool. Then I would say, it was great to have you, Adrian. Looking forward to the next one.
Thank you. It was great to be here and great to share some knowledge on how to create freebies. And I'm really excited to do more of this, right?
Indeed. So thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next one.
Cheers.